When life feels like it's crumbling around you, it's easy to believe that you're at the mercy of your circumstances. But let me remind you of a truth far greater than the challenges you face. Your inner world, your feelings, and your imagination are far more powerful than any external condition. You see, the way you feel is not just a reaction to life, it is the creative force that shapes it. Even when everything seems to be going wrong, you have within you the power to feel good, to persist in joy, and to call forth a reality that aligns with your highest vision. Tonight, I invite you to step into the present moment, to let go of the chaos around you, and to remember this. The secret to transforming your life begins with one simple act: choosing to feel good no matter what. Outer circumstances are nothing more than reflections of the inner world. This is a principle so profound, yet so simple that it escapes many. When things seem to be going wrong, it is not the circumstances themselves that hold the power, they are merely the effect. The true cause of everything lies within you, in the thoughts you think, and most importantly, in the feelings you entertain. How often do we allow ourselves to become prisoners of our external reality, and we react to every setback, every obstacle, as if they are permanent fixtures of life? But what if I told you that they are not fixed at all, that they are as fleeting as clouds passing through the sky? What determines whether the storm clears or persists is the state of your inner being. To feel good when everything is going wrong is not an act of denial or escapism. It is an act of creation. It is a declaration that you refuse to be defined by the chaos around you. Feeling good is not contingent upon circumstances. It is a choice, a decision to align with the truth that you are the master of your fate. Every emotion you feel sends out a vibration, a signal that the universe receives and mirrors back to you. If you allow despair or frustration to dominate your inner state, you are simply attracting more of the same into your life. But when you choose to feel good, even when the world gives you every reason not to, you are planting the seeds for a new reality to unfold. You must understand that reality is fluid, not fixed. What appears to be solid and immovable is only so because you have given it the power to be so. The moment you shift your feelings, you begin to shift your reality. This shift does not require force, effort, or struggle. It requires only that you imagine the end you desire and dwell in the feeling of its fulfillment. This is not wishful thinking. It is the law of life. The state in which you dwell becomes the reality you experience. Feelings of joy, peace, and gratitude are not just pleasant emotions. They are creative forces that mold the world around you. You might ask, but how can I feel good when everything is going wrong? The answer lies in recognizing that the present moment is your point of power. You are not bound by the past, nor are you at the mercy of the future. In this very moment, you have the ability to redirect your focus and change your inner state. Imagine for a moment that the situation troubling you has already been resolved. How would you feel? Would you feel relief, joy, gratitude? Hold on to that feeling as if it were real, as if the resolution had already come to pass. This is not delusion, it is the practice of living in the end. When you feel good in this way, you are not ignoring your problems. You are transcending them. Every great change begins with a shift in consciousness. You cannot wait for circumstances to change before you allow yourself to feel good. If you do, you will forever be at the mercy of the world around you. Instead, take charge of your inner state. Feel good not because of what is happening, but in spite of it. Feel good because you know that your feelings are the blueprint from which your reality is drawn. God will not deny you. God will permit, God will favor you, God will send you out in spite of it. God will persevere. Even when the outer world seems chaotic, choose to see it as temporary, as a shadow that will soon pass. Your persistent faith in your inner vision will bring about the transformation you seek. And when you feel good, you align yourself with the infinite possibilities of the universe. You begin to see opportunities where before you saw only obstacles. You draw to yourself people, circumstances, and events that resonate with your elevated state of being. The world responds to the energy you emit. And so, when you feel good, you are not merely changing how you perceive the world, you are changing the world itself. Remember, the power to create your reality lies within you. It has always been within you, waiting to be awakened. Do not allow external circumstances to dictate your feelings. Instead, let your feelings dictate your circumstances. Feel good, even when everything is going wrong, and watch as the world begins to rearrange itself in your favor. This is the law, unchanging and eternal. It is not a question of if it works, but whether you will work it. Choose today to align with joy, peace, and gratitude. Feel good not because of what is, but because of what can be. Feel good, and you will find that everything that once seemed wrong begins to fall into place, not through struggle, but through the effortless flow of life, aligning itself with your inner state. This is your power, and it is limitless. Imagination is the most powerful tool you possess. It is not a mere daydream or idle fantasy. It is the foundation of creation itself. Everything that exists in the world around you, from the simplest object to the grandest achievement, began first as a thought, a vision held in the mind of its creator. When you understand the profound power of your imagination, you will see that it holds the key to transforming any situation in your life, no matter how challenging it may seem. When everything appears to be going wrong, the natural tendency is to focus on the problem, to dwell on the hardship, and to allow fear or frustration to dominate your thoughts. But this approach only reinforces the very reality you wish to escape. Imagination offers a way out, a doorway to a better reality. It allows you to see beyond the limitations of the present moment and step into a future of your own designs. To use your imagination effectively, you must train yourself to live in the end, to see yourself as you wish to be, and to feel as though it is already true. Consider the power of a single thought. When you imagine something vividly, it begins to take shape in your mind. The more you focus on it, the more real it becomes to you. But imagination does not stop at shaping your inner world. It extends its influence outward, affecting the circumstances and events of your life. It is because imagination is not confined to the mind. It is a creative force that molds reality itself. It is a creative force that molds reality itself. Every great inventor, artist, or visionary throughout history has relied on this principle, whether they were aware of it or not. They held firmly to their vision, even when the outer world gave them no evidence to support it. What is the system of experimentation? When you imagine the end you desire, you are not merely visualizing a goal, you are aligning yourself with a specific state of being. You are stepping into the version of yourself who has already achieved that goal. The key to this practice is feeling. It is not enough to see yourself in a better situation. You must feel the joy, relief, and gratitude as though it is already your reality. This feeling is the catalyst that brings your vision to life. Without it, imagination remains passive, a dream without the energy to manifest. It is easy to dismiss imagination as unrealistic, especially when faced with difficulties. The world may tell you to be practical, to focus on the facts, and to accept things as they are. But the facts are not permanent. They are only reflections of past thoughts and feelings. If you want to change the facts, you must first change the cause. And that cause is your imagination. To live in the end is to refuse to accept the present circumstances as final. It is to see them not as obstacles, but as stepping stones to a greater reality. The practice of using your imagination requires persistence and faith. You may not see immediate results, but that does not mean the process is not working. Just as a seed takes time to grow beneath the soil before breaking through the soil, before breaking through the surface, so too does your vision require time to manifest. Do not waver in your belief. Return again and again to your imagined end, regardless of what the outer world shows you. Each time you do, you strengthen the connection between your inner vision. Imagination also allows you to transcend fear and doubt. When you vividly imagine a positive outcome, you diminish the power of the negative thoughts that may be holding you back. Fear cannot coexist with faith, and doubt cannot thrive in the presence of a clear and joyful vision. Use your imagination to replace worry with hope, to see solutions where there appear to be none, and to feel empowered rather than defeated. Meta, wait. The beauty of imagination is that it is limitless. There are no restrictions on what you can envision for yourself. You can imagine success in the face of failure, abundance in the midst of lack, and peace in the heart of chaos. The only limits are those you impose upon yourself. When you dare to dream boldly and believe in the reality of your vision, you set into motion forces that will bring it into being. Remember, the world around you is shaped by the images and feelings you hold within. If you can see it in your mind and feel it in your heart, it is only a matter of time before it becomes your experience. Imagination is not just a tool for escape. It is the pathway to transformation. When everything else seems to be going wrong, turn inward. Close your eyes to the outer world and open them to the infinite possibilities within. Live in the end and let your imagination guide you to the life you were always meant to live. The present moment is all you ever truly have. While the mind often drifts to the past or races toward the future, the reality of your life is unfolding right now. This moment, as simple as it may seem, holds infinite potential because it is the only point where you can make a choice. It is the gateway to change, the place where creation begins. The past is nothing more than a collection of memories, and the future is a projection of possibilities. Neither has power over you unless you give it. The present moment is where your power resides. Too often, we allow the past to define us. We carry the weight of mistakes, regrets, or pain, believing that they have shaped who we are and will dictate what comes next. But this is a misunderstanding of the nature of life. The past is gone. It exists only in your mind. The emotions and beliefs you attach to it are what give it life in your present. If you release the hold of the past and focus instead on this moment, you free yourself from its grip. You become the creator, not the victim of your life. Likewise, the future often becomes a source of worry or longing. We look ahead with anxiety, fearing what might come, or we place our happiness in a distant goal, believing that only when we achieve it will we feel fulfilled. This habit robs us of the present, the only moment where happiness can be experienced. The future is shaped by the thoughts and feelings you hold right now. To live fully in the present is to create a future that aligns with your highest vision. When you focus on the present, you unlock the ability to change your state of being. No matter what has happened or what lies ahead, you can choose how you feel in this moment. It might seem difficult, especially when circumstances feel overwhelming, but the choice is always yours. You are not bound by the events of the past or the uncertainties of the future. By grounding yourself in the now, you take back your power. Stay away from the now. You take back your power. You realize that your feelings are not dictated by the world outside, but by the perspective you choose to hold. The present moment is also where you connect to your inner self. In the silence of now, you can hear the voice of intuition, the gentle guidance that leads you toward your true desires. This connection is often drowned out by the noise of regrets and worries. But when you quiet your mind and focus on the here and now, clarity emerges. You realize that you are not defined by your thoughts or circumstances. You are the awareness behind them. In this place of stillness, you can create deliberately and with purpose. Living in the present does not mean ignoring your goals or abandoning your dreams. On the contrary, it enhances your ability to achieve them. When you are fully present, your actions are more deliberate, your thoughts are clearer, and your energy is alive. You are no longer scattered, chasing a future or reliving a past. Instead, you are focused and intentional. bringing the best version of yourself to every moment. This focus amplifies your ability to manifest what you desire because you are no longer working against yourself. One of the most profound aspects of the present moment is its ability to transform your emotions. When you stop dwelling on what was or worrying about what will be, you create space for peace and joy to emerge. Gratitude is a powerful tool in this process. By finding something to appreciate in the present, no matter how small, you shift your perspective from lack to abundance. Gratitude grounds you in the now and opens your heart to receive more of what you desire. How do you? The practice of living in the present moment is simple, but requires awareness. It begins with noticing when your mind drifts to the past or the future and gently bringing it back to now. This can be done through mindfulness, breathing, or simply observing your surroundings. Over time, you develop the habit of staying present, and it becomes easier to return to this state even during challenges. The present moment is where life happens. It is where you laugh, cry, love, and grow. It is where you decide what kind of person you want to be and what kind of life you want to live. When you anchor yourself in the now, you are no longer at the mercy of time. You become its master, using each moment as an opportunity to pray, to feel, and to become. No matter what is happening in your life, the present moment is your sanctuary. It is always available to you, offering peace, clarity, and the power to begin again. When you choose to embrace it fully, you align yourself with the flow of life. You let go of the weight of the past and the pull of the future, stepping into a state of being where all things are possible. The present moment is not just a point in time, it is the foundation of your existence and the starting point for every transformation. Beyond persisting in the feeling of joy, especially when challenges surround you, is one of the greatest demonstrations of faith and personal power. Joy is not a fleeting emotion tied solely to external circumstances. It is a state of being, a choice to align yourself with the higher truth that life is always working in your favor. When you understand this, joy becomes more than a reaction. It becomes a creative force that shapes the reality around you. Life often presents situations that test your ability to remain centered and joyful. These moments can feel overwhelming, as though the weight of the world is pressing down on you. It is in these moments that persistence in joy becomes most important. Joy is not about pretending that everything is perfect or ignoring the difficulties you face. It is about recognizing that your inner state determines your outer experience. When you choose to feel joy, even in the face of adversity, you are affirming your belief that the universe is conspiring for your good, regardless of how things appear. Persisting in joy requires a conscious decision to focus on the positive, no matter how small it may seem. Even when everything seems to be going wrong, there is always something to appreciate, something to celebrate. This might be the support of a loved one, a moment of quiet, or even the simple fact that you are alive and capable of change. By focusing on these small blessings, you shift your attention away from lack and toward abundance. This shift is not just psychological, it is energetic. Your feelings are vibrations, and the more you dwell in joy, the more you attract experiences that resonate with that frequency. It is important to understand that joy does not deny the reality of your challenges. Instead, it transcends them. When you persist in joy, you're not ignoring your problems, you are choosing to rise above them. You are saying to yourself and to the world, I am greater than my circumstances. This mindset empowers you to approach difficulties with clarity, creativity, and strength. It transforms you from a victim of life to a co-creator of your experience. The act of persisting in joy also builds resilience. Life is full of ups and downs, and no one is immune to hardship. However, your ability to remain joyful in the midst of trials determines how quickly and effectively you move through them. Joy strengthens your spirit, reminding you that no situation is permanent. It gives you the energy to keep going, to keep believing, and to keep creating. Every moment you spend in joy, despite your challenges, is a victory that brings you closer to the life you desire. One of the most effective ways to persist in joy is through gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful practice that shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. It amplifies the positive aspects of your life and creates a sense of fulfillment, even in the midst of struggle. When you express gratitude, you are not only acknowledging your blessings, but also inviting more of them into your experience. Gratitude and joy are closely linked, and by cultivating one, you naturally enhance the other. You need no more. Another way to maintain joy is through visualization and imagination. When faced with difficulties, close your eyes and imagine the outcome you desire. Feel the relief, the happiness, and the excitement as though it has already come to pass. This practice helps you anchor yourself in the feeling of joy, even when the evidence around you suggests otherwise. Your imagination is a tool for creating reality, and by using it to dwell in joyful states, you bring those states closer to fruition. Faith is also essential in persisting in joy. Faith is the assurance that everything is unfolding as it should, even if you cannot yet see how. It is the trust that every challenge carries within it the seed of a blessing, and every delay is preparing you for something greater. When you cultivate faith, joy becomes a natural expression of your belief in the goodness of life. You stop waiting for external validation and start living in the knowing that all is well. Persisting in joy does not mean you will never feel sadness, frustration, or fear. These emotions are a natural part of life. The key is not to resist them, but to acknowledge them without letting them define you. Feel them, release them, and then return to the state of joy. Each time you do this, you strengthen your ability to remain grounded and centered, no matter what comes your way. Ultimately, joy is a choice. It is a decision to align yourself with the highest version of yourself, the version that knows you are powerful, worthy, and capable of creating a life you love. It is a commitment to seeing the beauty in every moment and trusting that everything is unfolding perfectly. When you persist in joy, you are not only changing your experience, but also inspiring others to do the same. And to say, become a beacon of light, a reminder that no matter how dark the night, the dawn always comes. Persist in joy and watch as life responds in kind, bringing you experiences that reflect the beauty and abundance of your inner state. Faith is the foundation upon which all transformation is built. It is not a passive belief in something unseen, but an active trust in the unseen forces working in your favor. Faith is the ability to hold steadfast to your vision, your desires, and your purpose, even when the outer world gives you every reason to doubt. It is the quiet confidence that beneath the surface of challenges and chaos, life is orchestrating events to bring your dreams to fruition. Faith begins within you, in the thought you choose to think and the feelings you choose to cultivate. It is not dependent on external validation or evidence. Instead, it creates the evidence. To have faith is to align yourself with the truth that your inner state creates your outer reality. When you remain faithful to your vision, you activate a powerful force that draws circumstances, people, and opportunities into your life to support its realization. It is not magic or coincidence, it is the law of life. In moments of difficulty, faith becomes your greatest ally. It sustains you when everything else seems uncertain, offering a steady foundation to stand on. Challenges often test your faith, making you question whether what you desire is truly possible. But these tests are not meant to break you. They are opportunities to strengthen your belief. Every time you choose faith over fear, you reaffirm your creative power. You declare to yourself and the world that you trust in the process, even when you cannot see the entire path ahead. Faith is not blind optimism or wishful thinking. It is a deliberate choice to focus on what you want rather than what you fear. It is the understanding that the present circumstances are not the final story and that you have the power to influence what comes next. This perspective shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from problems to solutions. When you operate from a place of faith, you see obstacles not as barriers, but as stepping stones, guiding you toward your goal. To cultivate faith, you must first quiet the doubts and fears that arise within you. This does not mean ignoring them, but recognizing them for what they are: temporary illusions that hold no real power unless you give it to them. Doubts may whisper that you are not enough, that your dreams are too big, or that you lack the resources to succeed. But faith reminds you that the source of your power is limitless and that all things are possible when you believe. Imagination plays a crucial role in strengthening faith. When you visualize your desired outcome with clarity and feel the emotions of having already achieved it, you bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. This act of living in the end creates a powerful sense of certainty, reinforcing your faith in the inevitable unfolding of your vision. Even if the outer world contradicts your inner knowing, persist in holding the image of your desired reality. Your faith will transform that vision into your experience. Faith is also sustained by gratitude. When you express appreciation for what you already have, you affirm your trust in the abundance of life. Gratitude shifts your focus away from lack and reinforces the belief that you are supported. It reminds you that even in moments of uncertainty, there is always something to be thankful for. Gratitude and faith work together, creating a cycle of positivity that attracts more of what you desire into your life. Patience is another essential component of faith. Trusting in the timing of life requires letting go of the need for immediate results. Faith acknowledges that, while you may not yet see the full picture, every step is unfolding perfectly. Impatience, on the other hand, often stems from fear and doubt, undermining your belief in the process. When you cultivate patience, you align yourself with the natural rhythm of creation, allowing things to unfold in their own time. Faith is not something you have to muster in isolation. It can be nurtured through connection with yourself, with others who inspire you, and with the greater force that governs life. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and your dreams, and seek out stories of those who have achieved what once seemed impossible. These reminders reinforce your faith and show you that you are not alone in your journey.